practicing stitching with our paper templates. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the thread on our machine. So I'm going to take the top thread out. I'm going to take the bobbin thread out. So I'm going to take the whole case and bobbin and I'm going to set that aside. Do not lose it, just set it aside, close up the housing. So let's get the machine ready to actually work. I'm going to turn it on. So I'm going to turn the little knob on the right side so it is directly straight up and down and the light is on. I'm going to place the bed there so I've got more room to work, more stationary table to work. And I will start by getting my paper lined up here so that I can stitch. All right, so when we're stitching, we usually have the majority of the fabric, the extra fabric, all laid to the left-hand side. So I'm going to start, therefore, with this first line. I am going to line it up so that the center, see the little line? Woo-wee. Whoops, sorry about that. There is a little line on the presser foot. So that line is going to line up with my printed line. I'm going to drop the presser foot lever, which is in the back, down. So everything's lined up still, right? And I'm going to rotate the flywheel so that the needle goes down into the line. So that is the way I set up for every stitch line. All right, so to stitch, I'm going to hold my paper. I'm going to pull away. Woo, not that way, this way. I'm going to hold the paper / fabric front to back, and I'm going to give my little gas pedal a little tap so it goes forward, right? Okay, so I'm just going to give it a little bit tap and just let it meander along. See, I can manipulate it from side to side here. Just let it go all the way to the end. Here, I'm going to give a little bit more gas. All right, a little bit more so it gets to the end. At the end, I'm now going to show you how to backtrack. So to do that, the backtracking is used to finish and begin each stitch length. It is basically like a clamp on each stitch length so that the stitching does not come out. So I'm going to do a back stitch. So I'm going to use the lever here over on the side, and when I pull this lever up and give it some gas, the machine will go backwards. I release it, it'll go forwards. So I do that for about 3 or 4 stitches at the beginning of my stitch line, at the end of my stitch line, and that is called a backtrack. Okay, so I am done with that stitch line. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to do presser foot up, rotate the flywheel needle up, and then I can pull the paper out. All right, let's try the next line. All right, same process. Presser foot down, needle down. We'll do our backtrack, so let's do about 3 or 4 stitches. Okay. Let me go back out here so you can see the backtrack. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, go forward. You don't really have to guide these machines very much. Hold them front to back on that fabric. When I get to the end, I'm going to stop. I do not want to go off the end of the paper / fabric. The machine will not like it at all. It'll make a really ugly sound. So make sure you're always sewing on the fabric. Beginning and end, always sew on the fabric. Okay, presser foot up, needle up. All right, you can pull it out. Now, one more thing on this paper is I have a pivot. I have a corner to do. So to do that, we'll start the same process. We'll do forward 3, back 3, continue. When I get close to this corner, I can, if I don't feel super confident about being able to stop in this corner, because that's where I'm aiming for, I can just take my flywheel and just turn it to make that needle rotate all by itself. I'm just kind of walking it by itself until the needle is right in that corner. All right, I missed it just a little bit, so I'm going to lift up the presser foot lever there in the back, slide the paper back just a touch, drop it down, needle down. Now I'm going to pivot. Presser foot up, whoops, presser foot up, pivot the fabric / paper, drop the presser foot down again, and keep stitching. And I'll do the same process on the next corner. All right, let's walk it. Walk it, walk it. Am I gonna get it? Ooh, it's close. It's really, I'll just leave it. Okay, presser foot up, pivot, down. See, I'm a little off, but not too badly. Is that making sense? Walk it, walk it, walk it, and pivot. I lost my gas pedal. One more to do, and then we're free and clear. I think I overdid this one just a touch. Let's go back. Whoop. All right, all the way to the end. Remember what we're going to do at the end? Backtrack and finish. Presser foot up, needle up, and we're done.